China is preparation to do the first try at Disembarkation robot space vehicle on the Luna's far party. A statical landing module and Wanderer are anticipated to be developed to the shallow in the following date, country print accountable. The vehicles are transport a package of tool intended to characterize the area's geology, as a biologic experimental. In latter days, the Chang'e-4 space vehicle had reduced its orbital in preparing for disembarkation. Authorities include not indicated the accurate period of the try to concern downward in the von Karman crater. But a paper in the country-run China Everyday paper suggests Chang'e-4 could start downward on its thrusters once of 2 to 3 January targeting the far party turns the mission statement in a more risky and more than facility enterprise rather than its forerunner, Chang'e-3, that affected downward in the Luna's Horse Imbrium area in 2013. But China's newest Luna shooting will cover the way for the nation to supply samples of production of moon fate and powder to land. Since of a event named periodic closing, we see just one person of the Luna of land. The is since the Luna conducted fair as length to turn on its own axle as it conducted to full one orbital of land. The moon far party is frequently called to as the black party, although black in the instance tool invisible quite rather than missing lighting. In reality, both of the close and far sides of the Luna expertise day and overnight time. But the far party has a clot, older peel how is pocked in more than craters. Down there are as well really few of the horse, black basaltic seas created by lava flow fluid, how are obvious on the close party. The von Karman crater is arranged during a lot greater characteristic, the southward polar Aitken, spa, pelvis, mind to include been shaped by a gigantic effect previous in the Luna's story. The enormous pattern is above 500 km in dia and 13 km profound, one of the greatest effect craters in the Sunny framework and the greatest, deepest and senior pelvis on the Luna, Professor Coates said me. And out there put the research concern. The occasion accountable for thread out the spa pelvis is mine to include been so strong, it perforated via the external stratum of the Luna, named as the peel, and downward in the area named the robe. Researchers will wish to boat train the tool on any robe rock vulnerable by the disaster. A tertiary purpose is to research the far party regolith, the break up rock and powder how do up the shallow. This to situ structure data in special will be extremely precious in insight the forming of the Luna, Andrew Coates annotated. Up before currently, China has accompanied in the footsteps of US and Soviets missions, thoroughly house up its capabilities. But the mission statement symbolism at first for any area agent. The uneven nature of the far party, in its wavy surveying, poses special challenges for disembarkation the vehicles reliably. Moving downward on a rugged denudation would incantation instantaneous mission statement fail, and be a considerable failure for the China research program. The choice of the von Karman crater as the disembarkation website owes lot to the reality how its flattery rather than any place in the southward polar Aitken pelvis, on to China scientists. For the definitive 3, soaring, danger avoiding and sluggish reduction, the landing module will get above, arrogant independent monitoring. The landing module and Wanderer were initially constructed as behind UPS for 2013's Chang'e-3 mission statement. Yet, they include acquired essential modifications for the aspiring landing on the far party. Chang'e-4's statical landing module is transport 2 cameras, a Deutsche-built emission experimental named LND, and a spectrometer how will execute cheap frequency wireless astronomy observational data. Scientists trust the far party could be a great location to execute wireless astronomy, since it is screened of the wireless sound of land. The spectrometer job will aim to testing the concept. The landing module will as well conduct a 3 kg canister in fry and Arabidopsis factory oilseed, as Bombyx eggs, to execute biologic teaching. The Moon Mini Biospheric experimental was intended by 28 China universities. The Wanderer will conduct a panorama chamber, a radar gun to sensor under the moon shallow, an imagery spectrometer to identification mineral deposits, and an experimental to inspect the cooperation of the sunny breeze, a flow of energized suspended particles of the sunshine, in the moon shallow. Quequiao orbits 65,000 km, 40,000 e, for the Luna, about a Lagrange spot, a type of gravity parking lot place in area wherever it will stay apparent to land stations in China and some countries such as Argentina. The landing module and Wanderer was startup of Zhejiang Sputnik Start Center in China on December 7, the vehicles arriving in Moon orbital on December 12. The mission statement is portion of a Greater China program of moon research. The at first and other Chang'e missions were intended to collect information of orbital time. The tertiary and 4 were constructed for shallow operative. Chang'e 5 and 6 are specimen back missions, supplying moon fate and ground to laboratories on land.